Okay, adequate notice of this meeting was provided by sending such notice to the Asbury Park Press, the Middletown Patch, and the Middletown Township Public Schools District website, and the posting of such notice at the Augustine Minor Administrative Offices and each elementary, middle, and secondary school in the district. Can we please stand for the pledge of allegiance?
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'd like to start the meeting by letting those of you who took the time to come to the meeting to be amongst the first to know that school is closed. We want to make sure, the board wants to make sure you're amongst the first to know.
At this time, we will give opportunity for public comment limited to agenda items only. Seeing no one approaching the microphone, we will close that section of the meeting. We will now administer the oath of office to our newly elected board members and swear them in for their 3-year terms. If you could please come forward.
So if you just raise your hand and repeat after me, and you'll use your own name, of course, in the oath. So I do solemnly swear or affirm, state my name,
Swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
That I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
and to the governments established in the United States and this state,
and to
and to the governments established in the United States and this state,
under the authority of the people.
under the authority of the people.
I do solemnly swear
I, Nicholas DeFranco,
do solemnly swear
that I possess the qualifications prescribed by law
that I possess the qualifications prescribed by law
for the office of member of a Board of Education,
for the office of member of the Board of Education,
that I am not disqualified as a voter
that I am not disqualified as a voter
pursuant to law,
pursuant to law,
or disqualified from membership
or
disqualified from membership
due to conviction of any crime or offense as listed by law,
due to conviction of any crime or offense as listed by law,
and that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform
and that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform
all the duties of that office
all the duties of that office
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, at this time, we will report on the
what is Mr.
It
Molina?
is. So I'm sorry, that's just,
Oh, sorry.
what was the action? You mentioned the board talking about reevaluating.
Oh.
Are you already making a determination?
No, just to
What's the word?
put forth RFPs to then look at people, that as a board, as a committee, make appointments.
And move on it.
Appoint a committee to review.
Yes.
So much
intricacies that the administration would be aware of that I'm not aware of in changing medical in the bill, or whatever one of them are.
Well,
I
there's
feel like
certain
each
things-
one needs its own discussion, and then we're throwing this out there as a big pile is not necessarily wise. I think we're jumping the gun. I'm not saying that I wouldn't vote for RFPs, I'm saying I can't vote for 13 RFPs all at once, and I need to have a conversation with the administration, so I will be voting.
The only thing that I would say from the standpoint is, as being the person who will be preparing all these and sending them out, to expect them to be sent out, and giving people enough time to respond appropriately. And if I understand you correctly, that you wanted to have all this back by January 16th. I don't
To
know
be
if
able to
that's
discuss,
realistic.
to have the part, to have the process perhaps started. I'm not aware of how long this takes, but.
So you weren't looking for responses back by January 16th?
No, the
Oh.
process to start so that we can discuss it at the next board meeting.
I would be more comfortable discussing at the next board meeting, taking 2 or 3 of these at a time and discussing each one, and then voting on that one. Especially because you guys might need to take some time to learn the process. Quite honestly, I've only been through, I think, one RFP since I've been on the board 2 years. So I need time to learn the process as well if we're gonna do that many. I would suggest tabling this until we've had some time to talk about each one individually.
I'd rather go back to services and receiving and figure out if there is an issue on this one.
Exactly.
This is my own opinion, I'm not against it.
I agree with John, but I also think that we're getting closer to when they may be due. If they expire in June 30th, then maybe we put it out in March. We put it out now, and basically tell everybody that's been hired until that expiration date, that your job is on the line. I'm not sure what that does for us.
I don't know if I agree with that. For one reason. The only reason why is because we know how long it takes to get an RFP put in. Then it has to come to the board for us to look at. Then it has to go out. And we don't meet like every week, so there's a few weeks involved. This is not gonna go out probably until February. By the time it actually gets out into the newspaper, it's February. It has to stay out for so many days.
Again, we don't know the
February brings
process.
us, but we don't know the process.
I'm saying, how long does it take to get them written up and to get them out?
Right, it's gonna take her time, she just said she can, so if she comes back to us by the workshop, if she comes back, I don't even know if that's possible. Maybe she comes back by the voting meeting. We discuss it at the voting meeting. Maybe it gets to go out for February, sometime in February. It has to be out there for so many days, it has to be out there so people see. Then they'd have to respond to it, then we'd have to look over the contract or whatever they sent us back to the RFP.
And the
We're not
committee has
talking
to
to
meet
children.
and-
We're not talking to hiring these people to children, because we have to discuss and make educated decisions on it, and that's the process. So it's not something we're
But
gonna do.
part of the process is that we go out for bid
don't
on,
have
say
to hire
something,
them.
without having a conversation with Amy, and we blatantly just say, let's go out for bid on, we use a stupid example, say the medical.
Yeah.
Now, what if we already have the lowest possible bid and we're
You
already
won't know
locked in
that
for a
unless you go
couple?
out for bid. Don't you do that with your cell phone? Don't you go out on your own personal cell phone and price it out with other people? Or
Well,
with
would
car
that new bid
insurance?
be,
I'd rather this committee start off with looking at the list
Which
there,
ones we should
which
go
ones
out
we think
for.
are fine. That committee will follow up on it, but I'd rather than do a little, tell me why, I'll say the majority votes for here, let's not have to. I'd rather that committee start with, hey, let me review all these contracts and performance, then go back to the rest of the board with the recommendation to say, okay, we think all 14, whatever they are, or just these 7. Like, I'd rather that committee start with some legwork than just blanket, that's just my own.
Amy, when's the month that they reappoint these people?
I was gonna say, normally we do our, this is the reorganization for the officers, but to Mrs. Mini's point, normally at the May meeting is when we will reappoint professionals and those type of things for the next year. So your timeframe, if you were to make changes for, say, July 1st, is we would probably want to have something in place and make selections before that May voting.
Right, well, considering that you're saying it's a lengthier process, I think starting and getting the ball rolling is the right move, because, right?
I'm sorry to interrupt. I hear all the points that are, I definitely take Mike's point as well. I think though that there's not a lot of downside in moving quickly to get RFPs out. And to Danielle's point, and especially John, we committee and identify first where we think the areas of need are, and the RFP is out. We don't have another delay. So let's say we all get together on the committee, and I'll just throw out board engineer and say that we're not happy with the performance of the board engineer. And maybe we don't want the board engineer to last until end of June. And we can move quickly on the board engineer, get some, look at what comes back, move quickly to replace the board engineer.
I just want to say, we don't have.
But I'm just throwing it.
So that's a good thing that you say.
If that's something that you want, then we.
I would say the credibility of the RFP process as well, right? So if we send out an RFP and we decide, oh, by the way, we don't need, I think that becomes a credibility issue for us. Because I think there's people going to be, I think we talked about this once with some other RFP that happened where if the folks who are bidding on, who are coming with the bid, come in and they don't think we're for real, we might not get the best bidders.
Right.
I'd say, listen, Middletown right now is putting all 14 out there, God knows what they're doing, they might not even come back to us. So I just think we should be very, I think we should look at it first. I hear what you're saying, though, like the product, it doesn't hurt, but it does hurt us if we go back out again. If someone's like, well, they did it last time, and it wasted my time, and wasn't even a presentation, I didn't take it, so they didn't even bother. So I think that's what line we're looking at.
And my other concern is, this is on a side note, and I don't, maybe I'm wrong, so correct me if I'm wrong, I don't want to be a Debbie Downer here, but we just put in 4 brand new committees. Now you're putting in a 5th committee. The majority of this board works full-time. Who's going to populate these committees? Like, if you're looking at 3 or 4 people, are you putting the same 3, it's going to be the same 3 or 4 people on all these committees? I mean, this is, you're asking a lot from volunteers who, I know Frank works full-time, and Laura, John. Now we have 5 brand new committees, and each of them are going to have 3 or 4 people, I assume, and is it going to be the same 3 or 4 people on all these committees?
Well, we had 10 committees in the past, and now we had the meetings at night, and there wasn't an issue. I don't, people really want to be a part of it, they're gonna tell us what they want to do.
I just don't know that it's fortuitous to have the same 4 people on all.
Oh, I'm hoping
Well,
it's
people
not
have a lot
the
of
same 4
choices.
people on all. I'm hoping that everybody wants to take a part of something and be a part of it.
Right, and also people's
I think
expertise.
it's an optimistic outlook.
Well, I would hope so. I would. I'll be on the committee. It would be in the spirit of us all starting to work together with our own expertise.
I just would like to say something as a new board member too, John. I think the idea is that we wanted to see a lot of different options, to see what's out there for these positions, because we are new and we haven't been involved in the process, and we'd like to get involved in the process. And one of those ways would be to put out the RFP.
Yeah, my other point was just knowing what's going on right now. The one point is knowing what's out there, the other point is knowing what's been going on here, because there are some things that discuss and happen that you may not be aware of. Even if you're here all the time, there are a lot of things in executive session that are discussed. So my other point, the opposite side of the point is knowing where we are before we go out for RFP. But I understand, I get your point.
And John, we very well may keep a lot of the same appointments that are there right now.
Yeah, and I'm just saying we should probably think of that upfront, sort of say, listen, highlight other areas in particular, so we can squeeze out this. That was my only suggestion, that's the way I would.
And couldn't that also happen if you want to review the RFPs before they go out?
Right.
At one of the meetings, couldn't that also happen as a discussion as you're reviewing it and you're getting input from
So, okay, maybe we don't need
administration
an
and you say,
architect
all right,
pool,
we're not
maybe we
going to
don't
send
You
that
need a
one.
draft before we send it up.
Yeah.
Yes,
Like before we even announce it.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, that's one way to, that's not sending it, that's not starting the process, it's just draft.
well, it is, it's right, it's
Specs.
writing the RFPs.
Well, I mean, the announcement to me kicks off, so if you're saying draft, I'll look at
So
it.
that everybody can look at them,
Yeah.
give their input.
I'd also just like to take a moment for the public to understand the difference between committee of the whole and committees. The transparency of the conversations of committee of the whole, where the administration talks about each of the action items on every agenda to give the public, both present and those that watch it on, in the video, an understanding of each action item, rather than board member who's the chair of a committee reporting out on the direction of the board. So I can say that I know that the administrative team has enjoyed the opportunity for the transparency to present in front
recorded, that administrator will be here also.
And that'll happen out here in public?
Yes,
So the same thing you learn in your meetings will be out here too?
the topics, yeah. The topics of what we're discussing in those meetings.
Respectfully, in response to that, I just would like to say that the workshop meetings and the presentations that were delivered are the evidence to the fact that nothing was voted on that hadn't been previously discussed with the full board and vetted for the public. So respectfully, I just disagree with that statement.
Accepted. Okay, so where are we at a roll call? For this? Mrs. Caminiti?
Yes.
Mr. Cody?
No.
Mr. DeFranco?
Yes.
Mr. Donovan?
No.
Mr. Little?
No.
Mrs. Minies?
Yes.
Mrs. Rogers?
Yes.
Mrs. Stella?
Yes.
Mrs. Walsh?
No.
5 yeses, 1 absent.
Is there any other discussion that anybody wants to bring up before we open to the public?
I'd like to bring up something that's on the agenda.
Oh, we're voting on the calendar, right?
Yeah, that's what I want to bring up. You know how I said it last year, I'm bringing it up again. We have months with only one meeting in them. Let's put down, first of all, on June, we have an asterisk next to it, saying it's a tentative meeting. On July, we don't have a workshop. In November, we don't have a workshop. In December, we don't have a workshop. I think we should have meetings, dates down. We can always cancel. But if we have them down, at least we mark our calendar. It's easier to cancel a date than to try to squeeze a date in. It happens every year to do this.
Is there a calendar meeting?
That's not for this.
Not for this.
Oh, not for this.
The calendar committee is for the school calendar.
That doesn't include that for July.
Does not include that.
No, but also too, those are keep in mind, we're gonna have subcommittees.
But things come up that we need to vote on, or special things that come up. You can always take it off. It's easy to take a date off. It really is. Try to get the 9 of us together and say, oh, we're gonna throw this date in. It doesn't work.
I'd just like to give an explanation, if I could, as to what that is. November and December are really short months. The other problem, like if you're to put a week, again, when we're talking about transparency and making sure the public has the opportunity, the week before the holiday recess, is not the most optimal time for the public, and it's a short month to begin with. So that's why December has regularly been a 1-month meeting. November has regularly been a 1-month meeting, as well as July. August, always a 2-month, always a 2-meeting month. The rest of the months are 2 meetings. But it's just because the timing of the year. The asterisks in June, and the problem that happens is June, is you have all the graduations, all the end of the year celebrations, promotions, that kind of stuff. So that's why that's, tentatively, it really goes around hiring. And if there's a need for hiring in any month, we can always do a special meeting, and we have regularly done that in the past when the need exists. Either if that's for hiring or for contracted services or anything along those
Those we do
lines.
last year, when we started with this, then I think we kind of got from 4 to like 2 days or something last year.
We did in December. November was 1.
I mean, like last year, we had the same
2 meetings.
conversation, I think, we said, okay,
Yeah.
4 meetings, we had 2, I mean, so the bar was sort of doing in the middle.
I don't know if we did that. I thought we put the dates
No,
in. We put the
We
dates
did,
in,
we
and
had,
then we took them
we had
out.
like 4 open days, and then we added 2.
Well,
I think it seems reasonable. I understand what Mr. George is saying, especially about November and December. But given we just had a conversation about RFPs, hiring, when contracts expire, they seem to go up on June 30th. So I would think that we would want that June date to be there because we're going to want to have some discussion in front of the public. And then I agree with Mrs. Caminiti for July, if we want to put, say, this the 11th of July, or even the 18th.
it's a week before the 17th.
17. So either of those for July, and then if we cancel, if there's no pressing need to have that meeting, if it's a light agenda, for example, we do cancel.
That's right.
So,
Okay with
July, I'm
November,
fine with it, I feel like
December.
November, December,
take the asterisk off in June.
We're saying we might cancel those.
We would have the option.
It's
to
June,
do it.
July, and December, if we don't want to.
No, we could get together, yeah, if there's nothing pressing.
Need a motion?
We need a motion to approve the calendar as amended.
I move to approve the calendar as amended, so take the asterisk off of June, make July the 17th, and make December 5th.
Those are workshop meetings,
Right.
workshop meetings for the 17th.
Motion to second.
Second,
Aye. Any opposed?
Opposed.
Abstentions?
That's all of our business. So, I'd like to open the mic to the public. Comments?
Hello, I'm Sue Griffin, Holland Road, Middletown, and it's a different voting. First up, I want to welcome Mrs. Rogers, Mrs. Stella, and Mr. DeFranco. Congratulations, and I wish you nothing but the best. And please take advantage of all the training you possibly can. It can only benefit everybody here in Middletown and yourselves as you move forward. New Jersey School Board has been very generous with their training to all of us, and I've learned nothing but the best from them. So I hope you have some of the students. Congratulations to Mrs. Minuis and to Mrs. Rogers. Good luck. Wish you a wonderful year and welcome to this school. Secondly, I'm really excited that you're moving back to committees. I think that will definitely benefit the entire district. I love serving on committees. I love serving on committee as a whole too, but I've really found committees to be beneficial. There was a comment made that it was difficult for people to sit on committees. I'm going to say this a little tongue in cheek, but I do mean it. If people have a hard time sitting on committees, please feel free to let me know, because I'd be very happy to come back. I'll do it the right way. I'm very happy to apply, to sit through the interview process, and hopefully be appointed. But I'd be very, very happy to come back and sit on. Once again, good luck to all of you.